And so our meditation moment today is called Remain and Reside in the Realm of Faith. Amen. Lord just walking with us through this. And we just want to receive what he has for us to receive. Amen. And so he took us back to Hebrews. Amen. Hebrews chapter 10. And verses 35 through 39. And we'll be reading Amplified Bible Classic Edition this morning. Amen. For our lesson today. And it says this. It says, do not therefore fling away your fearless confidence, for it carries a great and glorious compensation of reward. For you have need of steadfast patience and endurance, so that you may perform and fully accomplish the will of God, and thus receive and carry away and enjoy to the full what is promised. For still a little while, a very little while, and the coming one will come, and he will not delay. But the just shall live by faith. A righteous servant shall live by his conviction respecting man's relationship to God and divine things, and holy fervor born of faith and conjoined with it. And if he draws back and shrinks in fear, our soul has no delight or pleasure in him. But our way is not of those who draw back to eternal misery and perdition and are utterly destroyed. But we are those who believe, who cleave to and trust in and rely on God through Jesus Christ, the Messiah, and by faith preserve the soul. Amen. And so this is a wonderful lesson the Lord has given us from just a perspective of faith. He's just given us everything we need so we can have our foundation and our focus. Amen. And it's going to be said so that we can flow forward in him. Amen. And so when we're talking about remain and reside in realm, what do we mean? Remain simply means this. It means to continue. It means to endure. It means to stay. And it means to wait. And we always think about the scripture where it says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage. I'll say, wait on the Lord. You think about it and say, those that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount with wings as eagles. They shall run and not get weary, walk and not faint. And so here we go again, God telling us to wait. And the thing is, wait in faith. Amen. That's wait in faith. Reside means this. It means to be present in, to be located in, and to exist in. Amen. It also means to dwell. It means to inhabit. It means to live in. It means to have your home in. And so the Lord is telling us we have to have our place. We have to dwell in faith. You can't just go in and out. Sometimes faithful, sometimes not. Little faith, no faith. We have to dwell in faith. It's just like you in your home. A home is a place. It's not just the house, but it's the place where you dwell. And so when you say you're going home, that means you're going to the house where you dwell. If you just say, I'm going to the house, that means it's not your home. It don't mean you might be there, but that don't mean you dwell there. That's not where you exist. That's not where you have residence. And so God is saying, reside in that faith. And realm simply means this. It means area. It means domain. It means kingdom. It also means jurisdiction. It means province. It means orbit. It means state. And so when you look at this, Jesus said he's come and he's going to allow us to be in God's kingdom. That means his realm, his domain, his jurisdiction, his orbit, his state. That means we are involved with him. We are in his world, in his way. Amen. And so that's the whole thing, the realm that we're in. Make sure it's the realm that God has designed, which is a realm of faith. And so we're going to talk about some rewarding reasons for remaining and residing in the realm of faith. And I got a response back from a former co-worker of mine. He said something about faith, and maybe at some point I had to meet with him. And he said back, he said, well, he said, you still have faith. He said, I lost my faith in God during 9/11. And knew him for a long time. We would talk to him about God. And he said, but after 9/11, for some reason, something happened. He said he lost his faith. He said, but I enjoy looking at your determination and your faith. And so people watch us to see if we're going to hold to our faith. If we're going to stay firm and stand firm in who we are, our convictions. And in a sense, what that can be as the Bible said, an example, it can lead them back because they're saying, well, if this person is able to hold on in the midst of all of that, why am I not able to hold on? And so it's something in them, and we know that there's someone who is provoking them to believe that they shouldn't have faith in God because of the evils and the bad things that go on in this world. God didn't cause 9/11. Satan had something to do with it. And so the thing is, you have to understand that man has evil spirit and evil ways in him. And just because something bad happens doesn't mean God is not faithful to us. Amen. And so reward and reason number one is this. Those who remain and reside in the realm of faith receive a reserved reward. And so this is key. You can say you're going to have a time, you're going to set up and you're going to go to a hotel and have a room at a hotel. But if you don't have a reservation, if you don't make a reservation, you can say that all you want. If you go there, the first thing they're going to ask you, what's your name and do you have a reservation? If they're all booked up, they say, well, we have no more vacancies. And so there's no room for you. And remember, that's basically what they were saying when Jesus was born. The world was saying there's no room for him. And he came into the world, but there was even no room at the end. But they wouldn't let him in. And so he was born in a stable, but he was born in the presence of God, where God allowed and opened a place for him to be born. And so we have to make sure we have a reserved reward. And we know we have that in God. And so look at Hebrews 10:35. It says this. Do not, therefore, fling away your fearless confidence, for it carries a great and glorious compensation of reward. All of us work for pay. There's a compensation that comes from it. There's a benefit package. We're working because we're going to receive something in return. And so faith allows us to be able to work and receive what God has reserved for us. And he's going to give for us for being faithful. And so when you look at this, what does it mean when he talks about don't fling away your fearless confidence? It means this. Don't cast it away. Don't sling it away. Don't throw it away. The old folk would always tell us this. Those old saints. Don't throw it away, child. And they would this thing, don't throw your life away. And you think about, well, how can somebody throw their life away? How can they cast their life away? If we aren't being faithful, if we aren't walking in the ways of God, we're throwing our lives away. And so look what it says. Don't sling it away. Don't throw away your bold and your courageous and valiant assurance and certainty and surety. The older saints would always say this. Ain't nothing gonna turn me around. They would say this. I got a made up mind. My heart is fixed. My mind is made up. I got a strong determination. I'm going to hold on no matter what. I'm going to hold on to see what the end is going to be. I won't let go. I can't let go. I won't turn around. That's a fearless confidence. And they were unshakable in that. You could tell them, whatever you say what you want to say, I'm going to stay with the Lord. You can do what you want to do, but I'm going to stay with the Lord. And you can act like you want to act, but I'm going to stay with the Lord. That was a fearless confidence that they had. And it didn't matter who it was. They weren't afraid to tell somebody they were a child of God. So don't throw that away. Because, think about it, it means it because booked, kept, and preserved is saved for us what God has for us. And you think about it, he says always, for those who are in the book. So that means we've been booked. When you go to a reservation, whether it's a car, hotel, dinner reservation, you always go to the maitre d' or the concierge. What do? They have a book on the podium. They go through the book. And even when they set the table for you, they say, how many? And they put you down in the book so they know where you are in the restaurant. So the waiter will know where to come in that restaurant. And so even there, everything that we do to get a reservation, whether it's to eat, go to the doctor, same thing. They look you up. Are you on the record book? They don't do like they do. The old doctors all put the name on the list. They scratch it. Everything we do, we're on the list. And they check to see if your name is on the list. And if your name is on the list, If your name is not on the list, then you have a problem. And so, as long as we know God has booked a reward for us, He's reserved a reward for us, it's like this. You have a reservation, you have this option. They always said you can modify it or you can cancel it. Now, if you modify it, that means you just adjust it for a different time. But if you cancel it, if you go up there saying, well, I need a hotel or I need a reservation for food, once you cancel it, that's it. If they don't have any record of it, there's no service for you to be rendered. And so if your name is canceled from the book of life, there's no service, there is no bonus, there is no pride, there is nothing for you to receive. And that's the thing people don't understand. They do stuff every day in life. They put things, they text, but they don't put the text, they don't put the reservation where they need to put it. That's why more people say, have you got your business fixed? Is your name in the Lamb's Book of Life? And so he's saying, when you do this, don't cast it away. Don't get rid of your bold assurance. Why? Because you have a benefit, you have a payment, and you have a reimbursement. And it's a bonus, it's a gift, it's a prize. Right now in the legislature, even in the Congress. The reason why, it's not that the governor called a special session. It's not that they're trying to pass a tax. It's not that they're trying to fix the problem. The reason why they don't have a problem with the special session showing up, because of that word, reimbursement. They're going to get paid for their food. They're going to get paid for that, even if they don't do anything. But if they just show up, thank you, Holy Ghost. If they just show up, there's a reimbursement, there's a bonus that they're going to get. Even if they're absentee and don't show up at the Capitol, thank you, Holy Ghost. Just because their name is on the list as a congressman or a senator and they are listed as that person, they're going to get reimbursement for it. They don't even have to show up. The same thing they don't even have to show up, don't even have to have a session. But as long as they say the session is in and their name is listed as they're one of the people that represents the Congress or the legislature and their name is in the book, they're going to get a reimbursement for it. God has already set it up for us to do that, to get a reimbursement. Reward reason number 2. Those who remain and reside in the realm of faith. Notice what it says. Gain patience to perform God's will and to receive God's promise. It's difficult sometimes. You've got to have patience to do God's will and God's work. Because God's not going to do it on our time. He's going to do it on His time. And especially in the world we live in now, everybody wants everything fast. They want it right now, instant. Well, God ought to do it like that. But then when God speaks to one of us, are we willing to do it like that? First, hold on, Lord. Wait a minute, Lord. Let me think about it, Lord. If God said that, hold on. Let me think about it. Well, God, you said. Well, you said you would answer prayer. But the song said, you can't hurry, God. You just have to wait. It's the whole thing. So, notice what the scripture said in Hebrews 10:36. For you have need of steadfast patience and endurance, so that you may perform and fully accomplish the will of God, and thus receive and carry away and enjoy to the full what is promised. In order to enjoy what God had for us, you have to have patience. They would tell us when we were young Christians, when Christmas gonna come? When I'm gonna get my gift? Birthday come. When I'm gonna get my birthday present? What do old people just say? You got to be patient, baby. It's coming. And the more they would tell us be patient, the more we would say, but, just be patient, baby. Just wait a little while. It's coming. And what would happen when that birthday comes? On days when you normally sleep in late, won't even think about getting up. 4 o'clock in the morning, we getting up, going back. It's a birthday. Early 4 o'clock before everybody got up. You walking around. It's my birthday today. You told me to wait. Today is the day. You waking everybody else in the house up because you're anticipating what you're going to get. And so it's the whole thing with God. God has all these promises, but yet we don't understand having anticipation for what He has. And so He said, it's coming, but just wait, but I have to give it to you when you're ready for it. If I give it to you when you're not ready for it, the old people say, you won't appreciate it.
You just look at it like a baby they buy a present for. You put the gift wrap and put the thing out on there. They'll take the board and play with the board and throw the gift away. And just play with the board and the paper all day long. Because they have, that's something that they look at and they're drawn to. And so when he talks about this, he's saying this. We have to develop the necessary firmness and unwavering fortitude and staying power to do and to achieve the will of God. And as a result, we shall receive and experience what God guarantees. When we do what the Word says, God does what He says He's going to do. When we do what the Word says, God does what He says He's going to do. That is simple as that. With the parents, when you do your work, you're going to get your faith. If you don't do what I told you to do, don't expect to get nothing. It's the same principle. And so God is telling us, when we have that ability, when we do it, don't just be hearers of the word, be doers of the word. When you hear it and do it, you're able to achieve whatever it is, as long as you're doing it in God's will. When it's in His will, it shall be achieved. And then it says, you're going to receive what He guarantees. You're going to get the promise. You're going to get the rewards. You're going to get the benefits. Everything of what He's promised in His word. Regarding reason number 3, those who remain and reside in the realm of faith are ready and ready for the Lord coming in His return. What the old folks say, make sure you're ready because He's coming back. You better be ready. You got your business fixed. What the prophet tell Isaiah? Isaiah tell Hezekiah, get your house in order. And even in that, when he said, get your house in order, Isaiah, thank you, Holy Ghost, Isaiah left, but he came back. Now Hezekiah thought he said, get yourself fit, you're going to die. Now he's sitting there saying, Lord, you said, he probably said, I'm going to die. But at least he has enough faith and knowledge to call on God. He called on God. Isaiah's already left. Headed out, got to the gate, getting ready to walk out, turn around. Go back. Tell my servant Hezekiah, I'm going to give him 15 more years. He was ready, but he was also ready for the coming of the Lord. And so, notice what the scripture says in Hebrews 10:37. For still a little while, and a very little while, and the coming one will come, and He will not delay. Now, a lot of folk make this mistake. Well, 2,000 years looks like more than a little while. To God, that's only a twinkle in time. It's nothing to Him. And so He's given us the opportunity to make sure we get right and get ready. And so when He says this, it simply means this. To be ready and ready means you've made arrangements, you've made plans, you're in position for when Jesus returns for you. You got to be in the right place when He comes back. If you're not in the right place when He comes back, how you going to expect to get what He got for you? It also means this. When you're in Him, you're all set, you're equipped, you're geared up, you've been prepared, and you're set to return with Jesus when He comes for you. What did He say? How do you know this is true? I go to prepare a place for you. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it was not so, I wouldn't have told you. I go and prepare a place for you. And when I go and prepare that place for you, I'm going to come and bring you back to myself, that where I am, you may be also. So that means He's gone away. He's made plans. He said, okay, look, you need to be ready when I come and pick you up. Same situation. Think about it. And you get ready to go to dinner. Or we're getting ready to go on a date, whatever it was. What mom and dad tell you? You got to get ready for school. The bus get ready to pick you up. If you're not ready when the bus comes to pick you up, what's going to happen? You miss your bus. Now some of them say, look, if you miss the bus, I'm not taking you to school. You just stay home all day. And so it's the whole thing of making sure you're ready for when the person comes. But you're also ready to go when He comes. Amen? You got to be ready for when He comes. But you also got to be ready to go when He comes. You can't say, well, hold on, Lord. Like, Lord, I know you said today, Lord, can you give me till tomorrow? Now, if you're not faithful, you can't. You ain't held a cow. You notice that thief on the cross, they say, Lord, look, can you give me one more day? He didn't say that. He just said, Lord, when you come into your kingdom, please remember me. And see, it's the whole thing. Like, well, I need a little more time. Time's up. So you better be ready when the time comes. Regarding reason number 4. Those who remain and reside in the realm of faith are declared to be just and righteous by God and are pleasing to God. What do we know? Without faith, it's impossible to please God. So how are you going to say you please to God when you don't have faith in God? Notice, can't be pleasing to Him. You can't be a delight if you don't have faith in Him. If you don't trust Him, how are you going to be pleasing to Him? If you're not believing in Him, how are you going to be pleasing to Him? Though the scripture said, Hebrews 10:38, but the just shall live by faith. And it's simply saying this: my righteous servant shall live by his conviction, respecting man's relationship to God and divine things, and holy fervor born of faith and conjoined with it. If there's no faith in it, you can't expect to be pleasing to Him. And notice how much He said. When we talk about, He didn't say it got to be a house load of it. Didn't have to say a mountain of it. He said, mustard seed faith. Now you think about that. If you try to see a mustard seed inside our body, you'd have to x-ray it to see it. Or matter you probably get an MRI because it's so small, it won't even show up. So imagine, God is able to see that small mustard seed of faith in us. But what happens is, it's in us, it's a small seed, but over time, and think about it, talk about tumors and that kind of thing. They start out small, but they get large. And so it gets to the point, it's small, but it starts to grow. And as it grows, it doesn't hurt us, it doesn't destroy us, it makes us strong. Look at that. As it grows, it makes us strong. And so know what He said. And what does He mean by this? He says, and if He draws back and shrinks in fear, my soul has no delight or pleasure in Him. Old folks just say this all the time. Don't backslide. Do what they would say. Don't play with God. God not to be played with. And they would say these simple statements. And we would look at them. Why did they just say that crazy stuff? God is not to be played with. They say, God is not a fool. You can't fool God. And so when you back away from Him and you backslide from Him, you try to play games with Him, back and forth with God. Understand this. The people who make it a habit to backslide from God won't hear God say, welcome inside. And that's what they think. They think they can do everything, and everybody think they're going to have their thief on the cross moment. That right before they die, they're going to get to talk with God. Everybody don't get that opportunity. Rich man who died didn't get that opportunity. He just found himself dead. Next thing you know, he looking up at Lazarus, and Lazarus resting in the book of Abraham. There's no guarantee you're going to get that opportunity. It also means this. Those who lapse from God don't live with God. Insurance company tell you, if your insurance lapse and you don't have it, you get an accident, or they don't cover you. What they gonna tell you? I'm sorry, your coverage lapsed. But don't it have a 30-day grace period? This was the due date. The grace period is our option. If we choose to allow that grace to you, we can. We don't have to. And see, most people think the Holy Ghost assume that that grace just gonna cover them and they do whatever they want to do. That option is up to God. Rewarding reason number 5. Those who remain and reside in the realm of faith are the Lord's directed, the Lord's devoted, and the Lord's defended. You're in faith. You're walking in that realm of faith. You're his directed, you're his devoted, and you're his defended. What does that mean? Look what Hebrews 10:39 says. But our way is not that of those who draw back to eternal misery or perdition. What is the old folks say? I can't turn back. I'm going too far. I can't turn around. Ain't nothing back there for me. That's what those old saints would say. And he says, and we don't do it, and we are utterly destroyed. But we are of those who believe, who cleave to, and trust in, and rely on God through Jesus Christ the Messiah. We lean on Him. We look to Him. We love Him. We can't get along without Him. We're tied to Him. But I'm wrapped up, tied up, tangled up. And notice why we're doing it. And by faith, we preserve our soul. By faith, we save our soul. Can't save your soul if you don't have faith. Can't preserve your soul if you don't have faith. And so in essence, it goes right back to that whole thing when our parents preserved the figs and the fruits. Once it's been put in that jar, and once it's been sealed, can't let it harm. Whatever's been preserved is going to last until you break that seal and open. And that's what God is saying. He preserves our soul until the time comes that He breaks the seal of this flesh and to release our soul and our spirit to come back to Him. And that's exactly what He does. But if you have faith, when you open that seal, you go up. If you don't have faith, then what happens when you have a bad seal? That thing will open up and that fruit is spoiled. Couldn't do anything with it. And what did you do with it when it was spoiled? You threw it away. You didn't eat it. And so when God, you get a bad seal and expecting the God to open it, and you spoil it, you don't get to go to glory. You get to go to the trash heap. And hell's the place where all the trash and the trash heap things go. That's been spoiled and aren't worthy. And so when we are in the directed, devoted, and defended position in the faith realm, it means this. We're guided by Jesus. We walk with Him. Talk with Him. We are given to Jesus. What did He say? My Father has given them to me. And whoever my Father has given to me, I have not lost. And remember He said this, but one out of the one I lost was the son of perdition. Go right back to the son of perdition meant eternal misery. Folks to my way where Judas at. Judas is not in heaven. He suffered eternal misery forever for what he did. And so it says this, it also means we're guarded by Jesus. Touch my little ones. If you better yet, you have a millstone put around your neck, and you be cast into the sea. What did He say? I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. And what does He say? You belong to me. You are mine. And if something belongs to somebody, that means it's been given to them. So when you're in faith, that means Jesus guides us through faith. That's why He was such a disciple. Where is your faith? Have faith. Your faith is healing. This can only be done through fasting and praying. This has to be done through the faith that you have. He even told Peter that when you restored your faith, then you will strengthen your brother. We're guided by Jesus, given to Jesus, and guarded by Jesus, where we reside and remain in faith. And so we conclude. You reap what you sow. If you don't sow faith, you can't reap faith. You got to plant it. As long as you got the mustard seed there, but if you don't plant the mustard seed, nothing happens. And so reap the rewards of remaining and residing in the realm of faith. That means this. Receive the reserved reward from the Lord. It means gain patience to perform God's will and receive God's promises. It also means just be ready and ready for the Lord's return. It means to be declared just and righteous by God and be pleasing to God. And finally, be the Lord's directed, be His devoted, and be His defender. You can't do any better than that. I'm directed by Him, I'm devoted to Him, but I'm also defended by Him. And what else, all this stuff that's going on, all these cases with collusion and obstruction, everybody trying to look for somebody to give them direction. They're looking for people to be devoted to them by blindfold. But they also want them to defend them. And look what they do. And what do? They're doing it because they don't want to get locked up. They want to look. They want to remain free, but they don't want to do the things to remain free. They want to do the things that require that you are locked up in prison, but they want to do that but stay free. And God is saying you can't do those things. You can't sin and be free. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's freedom and liberty. And so when you have faith in God, that's when you get true freedom. Because God gives you the ability to do those things that align with His will. Whatever aligns with His will, we're free to do it. Notice, whatever aligns with His will, and we do it in faith, God say do it. Amen? And so, remain and reside in the realm of faith. That's what you have to do. That's your Scotch God. That's your spiritual God. That's your blood covering. That's your blood washing. Faith is all of that. And so as long as we remain and reside in that faith, God will take care of us. And by faith, we are made whole. By faith, we get to see His face. By faith, we get to spend eternity with Him because of that faith.